Interesting is the next step of placing the penthouse on the real estate market. We try to appear in places where people don't expect to be confronted with something like art or intervention.
So wird Wohnen zu einem Abenteuer. Lassen Sie sich nicht aufhalten von herkömmlichen Spielarten der Architektur und befreien Sie sich vom unnötigen Ballast der heutigen Zeit.
So what we used was the term of top-down appropriation. So really trying to flip over the mechanism of power, the mechanism of money. So we put the Penthouse on ImmoScout24, which is the biggest real estate platform in Germany, for the price what a square meter penthouse cost. So the penthouse was nearly 40,000 euros. Like a year later in Munich, it was like over 50,000. You know, we had in the first week 200 interested people who wanted to see and to buy the penthouse. So then we also made guided tours. So people came, like if you see a property, we had like a floor plan and so on, so on. So people came, we showed them around, but also stayed again in this in-between state. So we didn't lift somehow that it's a mock-up, because also it was not a fake penthouse. It was a real penthouse. I was really living there. We designed it, so it was not a fake. It was really true. But also we didn't say, of course, that it's like a artistic intervention. My partner, he was representing like the makler. I was a bit the architect, artist who designed it. And then we played our roles, and people went after 1 hour, had discussions between each other, and also didn't know, okay, where have I been? What was happening there?
Treten Sie die Flucht nach oben an. Sichern Sie sich Ihr Recht auf Weiten. Die modulare Bauweise ermöglicht unbegrenzte Flexibilität und das kristalline Design verschmilzt mit jeder Nachbarschaft.
People come from startup founders who want a nice place for contemplation to like a couple, like a grandparent couple who wanted to have a place to visit their grandchilds. In Munich also became one of the biggest real estate agents to visit a place and seeing if that might be a nice new market opportunity. So that are like these kind of interesting intersections of different scenes. Suddenly you have different people. The Parasite in a way also just tries to survive. So if one niche closes, the Parasite is just going to a next one. Also when we of course ended up in court, at this place we also had in some court sessions, and suddenly also the court becomes the artistic field of the intervention. So suddenly the court is dealing like with this kind of question of property, of gentrification and so on, so on. Suddenly it got part of their ordinary day life. So all the judges which didn't visit an exhibition, no, they were just working, and suddenly they came across this case and had to think about the things.